Hey everyone, Amanda here from SomaPsych talking about the 20-hour Introduction to Trauma-Informed Practice training. What we do here is really get into the nitty-gritty of what it means to add a level of transformation to the spaces itself that we hold. And what I mean by that is we're really thinking about the foundational components of a trauma-informed space. And I know trauma-informed is a buzzword, it's here, there, and everywhere. And if we take a truly humanized approach to it, if we center nervous system regulation, and I don't just mean regulation like a baseline calming, I mean the capacity to go up, down, everything in between, and move through our window of capacity, that's the essence. And over the course of this 20-hour, we get into what that looks like. How do you set the kind of tone and the space so that all of these things can occur for the people that we work alongside? So what it looks like is we start with self. We start with tools for self-regulation in everyday moments, as well as the really big moments when big stuff comes up. How do we regulate self so we can hold what's in front of us, teaching us how to be that kind of vessel of creative solution, and thinking about in the moment, if everything goes out the window, how am I going to hold either the person or the people in front of me that is having an experience or whatever that might be. So we start with self, get the foundation, polyvagal informed resources, nervous system support, everything in between. We look at the roots of burnout, occupational fatigue, empathy fatigue, and how it is that we navigate that so that we're not getting burnt out. This training is for every professional that works with human beings, whether you work directly with people who have experienced trauma, whether you're in HR and you manage a team, whether you're a supervisor, anyone and everyone is welcome. From there, we get into how then do we do the work? How do we implement our modality or our practice that we bring forward in a trauma-informed way? What are the pillars of brave space? What are the pillars of compassionate inquiry? What are the ways in which we somatically hold what might come up and out for people? And from there, we think about the qualities of the literal environment that we're working with, the qualities of us as a facilitator, what intention or considered language might we be using, how do we navigate the arc of the process, the beginning, middle, and end of sessions and programs. And then we start to plant the seed of what this looks like in the macro. So we take this approach of, yes, self, getting ourselves foundationally grounded and sussed and sorted, if you will, so that we can then pour out and hold collective change at the center. So everything we offer is a planting of the seed for collectivism and thinking about our community care, collective care, and policy change, systemic change. How are we equipping ourselves to have the conversation of, hey, yes, this is the way we've always done it, and maybe we've outgrown this. Maybe the people that we're working alongside or that we're supporting need a different approach. So equipping us to have those conversations and to reimagine what our spaces and places can look like. How is it that we are truly taking a humanized or humanistic approach, a person-centered approach, looking at the individual and saying, what do you need, while taking the context of your entire life into consideration? Work, whānau, family, community, friends, systems that we're a part of. How are we thinking about all of it? And then navigating these spaces and places. So we get into a lot in 20 hours, yes. And because we practice what we preach throughout the whole weekend or the whole 3 days that we're together, we'll be doing the tools and techniques. So we will be loving up our nervous systems. We will be getting into what it means to live and breathe this stuff, to integrate it at an embodied level. And a lot of people say that they come out feeling better than when they came in, which says a lot to be spending an entire weekend talking about something we might think is really big, and it is. It's a sacred experience that we need to hold with reverence and respect. And when we think about integrating and processing trauma, it is to develop and increase our capacity to experience joy, to experience the world again and what this life can be and what it is. So we take all of this on. We take a very holistic and integrative approach. So if you have any questions, anythings, please reach out. We are here to answer all of it. And I can't wait to dive into all of this goodness and reimagine a more liberated future for all. So thank you, thank you, thank you.